Welcome to the Goalie Mindset Podcast. My name is Pete Fry, the Goalie Mindset Guy, and my purpose is to help goalies have a dominating goalie career. Pete Fry, the Goalie Mindset Guy here. This is a Goalie Mindset Podcast. Today I'm excited to have on here good friend, special guest, former goalie with the Canadian national team program, and also, may I say right, like she's a doctor, a lot smarter than me. I'm going to let Lorenda exactly clarify that, but she works with athletes. She does a phenomenal job. We do a seminar together in Florida. I think, are we doing one in December?
We got to do this.
Yes. And she's also, we're doing a book together, which will be coming out for Christmas this year too. Lorenda's like, when's that book coming out? Right? She wrote her part a long time ago. It'll be coming out in December. And she's got her own book, Goalies Rule the World. Where can they find that, Lorenda?
Amazon. It's
Amazon.
Good shopping on Amazon.
I got a copy. I bought a copy on Amazon. It's a great read. And what am I missing? What am I missing in the introduction, Lorenda? Can you fill in the blanks?
Wow, that was very nice of you. Thank you, Pete. Well, I'm just like all of you guys. I care about performance, and I think the details are a lot in our mental approach. So yes, I'm part of your goalie union that strives to just tweak those final little things. I think it was Andy that mentioned tryouts, pressure situations. We're in an intense position. We're in an intense sport, and it requires a little bit of extra habit forming responses outside of, the being in our goalie pad. So I really appreciate that you guys have tuned in to Pete's expertise. I really enjoy working with the people that really elevate their performance by doing the small things like what we're doing today, talking about performance. So mental skills is my thing, specifically mindfulness. And mindfulness is kind of current in the media right now, but we do it from like a hockey lens, like from a powerful, we got to be fierce. And so trying to keep mindfulness in that fierce way. So it's not like, a foofy meditation or a yoga or anything that's quiet. This is about being a beast. So mindfulness for, the goalie beast that we're working with here. So specifically some breathing strategies, some thought strategies, and trying to implement that for your competitive advantage.
I love it. You know what came to mind when you were saying that, mindfulness for a beast? I was thinking of the movie King Kong, right? Him practicing mindfulness. That's what image came to my head.
Nice.
He's a beast. Awesome. We're gonna have a lot of fun down here, Lorenda. Let's just chit chat. Let's go back and forth. Mindfulness. Talk to me. And the reason I say talk to me about mindfulness, because a lot of people, they hear that word a lot, but they still don't really understand what it means.
True.
So
I get one or the other. I get people are like dismiss it because they're like, I know how to do that. Or I have people that, I can't be that important. Right. But I think it's been a really cool approach is that people change to a smarter way of doing things. Right. So when I was an athlete, we were like, change your negative thinking to positive. Let's really force everything. Let's, and it's guilt and it's shame and it's, you should do this, you should do that. And the beauty of mindfulness is you just kind of let things like hit you. And it sounds easy and it's impossible to do unless you kind of work through it. So mindfulness is that things hit us in a judgment-free way. And so getting to the state where you can not put these judgments, we all as humans want to be, that was good, this is bad, I feel good, I feel bad. And we set this like limitation, these barriers that don't have to exist. And so I really like working with athletes. I even work with athletes in lacrosse and flag football and baseball and softball, and really working on creativity and letting your best performance emerge. And so we have all these preconceived notions that we get in our own way. So mindfulness is the way that we free ourselves so that those thoughts happen, We don't have to stop anything, but they happen. They just don't get judged. Or if they get judged, we don't believe it. And we're just like, I know better. And I go again, and I go again, and I go again. Mindfulness every single moment.
I love it. I love it. I like it when you're, people will start thinking, I should do this, I should do that, I should do that, and all that. And, all of a sudden someone shoulds all over themselves.
It's a sad thing. It feels terrible.
Yes. Yeah. But that's what happens, right? And you're right. They feel terrible when they do that, right? As opposed to just doing it with zero judgment. How do we deal with coaches? And what I mean by that is because the challenge for the athletes is that they're put in a situation where exactly what you said there, yet the coaches are like, that was good, that was bad, that was good. Like they're hearing it all the time. And I'm sure it's similar with you. I do a lot of cleanup work from coaches. And there's a lot of great coaches out there. There's a lot of great coaches. And there's a lot that just, they have that judgment that's all it is. These guys are getting judged all the time. Right. So how do we overcome that? How do we overcome that?
Well, one of my big words is internal. We have this choice to let the external world rule us, or we have this choice to kind of go internal. And so that's one of the key words that I use is just, you're going to rely on strategies that are going internally, because when you go internally, I get to choose. I get to just sit in it, and I get to set myself for the next moment, right? And if we let this person's opinion, if we go to that person's opinion, if we make our own judgment and add all of that processing, it really is this beauty of getting from the thinking state to the feeling state of just enjoying that moment. And so it's really kind of cool. I just had an example with an athlete on injury, and the athlete has had a series of injuries, and the athlete played in their first exhibition game in junior and got injured. And so the athlete comes to me, I have bad luck, I keep getting injured. And I'm like, do you? What I see right here as a situation is, you have a minor injury right now, right? That's mindfulness. This is where we're at right now. And unless we link it with something else, it doesn't have to exist that way, right? And so we're creating a lot of the baggage that we carry with us, right? And so coaches, whether they mean good or probably they mean good, but they're creating a lot of the baggage. And yes, it's our job to take their information, but it's our job to take it and then free ourselves of the baggage to grow and create these creative moments, these new opportunities, because otherwise we're going to keep doing the same thing that we always do. And that is hit a wall. We're only going to keep processing the same way, and the same results are going to keep on happening. So in essence, this player could create more injury, perpetual injury, unless they're mindful in this current injury, deal with the current injury, and take on the next challenge, take on the next challenge, take on it. Well, how do you do that? There's a lot of breathing strategies. There's a lot of thought strategies. It just doesn't happen by saying, I don't want to take it with me. So practice.
Practice. Okay. I love it. Here's a question for you. If you could go back, you're like, oh my God, what's he going to ask me now? If you could go back in your goalie career with what you know now on the mental side, on the mindset side, right? If you could go back.
Hey, this is our first conversation. This was so fun to go back. So I have a success story of when I was really mindful at a national camp, and I got selected to go forward and wear the jersey. And now if I would tell you, when I'm wearing the jersey and I'm walking onto the ice, how great is that we get to lead, the first person to step on the ice. Well, think of it like your goal, right? The maple leaf is on my chest and I'm walking and my whole team's behind me. I'm playing US. It doesn't get any better than that. So I'm going to ask you, Zoe, my fellow Saskatchewan, do you think I was confident?
Going into the game?
Yeah, feeling good. I was wearing the best jersey in the world. My team was behind me.
Yeah, I think you're pretty confident.
oh my gosh, no one could shake me. It was the coolest feeling in the whole wide world. So I went into the net with confidence. And then second part of the story is I got pulled at about the 5-minute mark of the game. Because I wasn't mindful. I was like, my head was in the clouds. I was in glory. I was dealing with like the other success. And I think Pete, refers to that as like the fan mindset, right? And so I think that often we seek things that are not good for us. I thought it was a good thing that I felt so confident. And it wasn't, because my concentration wasn't on the moment. So our feelings, our analysis sometimes lead us astray, because if you would have seen me, you would have been like, she's going to play amazing. I thought I was going to play amazing, because if I would have put all of my trust in how I felt, you just can't, because how I felt wasn't how I played. Because I was still there to do a task. I still had to bring my best attention, bring my best practice, bring my best, just myself, my best internal self. And that's what I didn't do. I kind of just floated in there and said, here we go.
Yeah, got it. So you were confident, yet maybe not dialed in on the right things.
Yes, I didn't have the mindfulness to be focused on the moment and stopping
keeping the
pucks in
magnifying
the moment.
glass still, all that good stuff there. Okay. That is powerful. That is powerful. In fact, speaking of that, when I finish the live podcast here, I play a concentration game with my goalies on here. So Lorenda, they would like you to stay on and play that concentration game at the end of the podcast with them and challenge them, right? Keenan thinks he's going to beat you. I could just put his thumbs up there. Okay. Let's do that. Anything else? Where can people find you?
Well, the best is I leave Instagram for my kids' space. So
you're not on Instagram? You gotta get on Instagram, Lorenda.
I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn. So, but Competitive Edge is my company name. And I would love it if you would go through Pete or find me on LinkedIn.
Okay. And talk to your kids. Get them to get you on Instagram and TikTok. You got to be on TikTok. I want to see some of your TikTok videos. Come on. You got it.
Well, I'm very lucky. I come at this from like the academic lens.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm working with a couple of sport teams from the universities and some of the pro teams. So working at it from the pro, but I do have some great goalies that when I have a goalie that wants to learn, I'm up for it too.
I love it. I love it. And have we picked a date for when we're doing the seminar in Florida?
We're going to have to look at the calendar again. I was thinking we were targeting January or.
Okay. Yeah, maybe February. January. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's one of the months where it's cold in Canada.
That's right. That's right.
That's key to me. So January would work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. January. You get ready for the second half of the season, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Let's do January. So guys, talk to your parents, see if they want a vacation to Florida in January. Right, for a couple days. Okay. This is Pete Fry, the Goalie Mindset Guy. You've been listening to the Goalie Mindset Podcast with myself and my very special guest, Dr. Lorenda Beuker, who is a lot smarter than I am. Lorenda, thanks for coming on. You are phenomenal.
Thanks for having me, Pete. Love your energy. Good job, guys.